Okay, so I was pretty surprised to find this on Facebook Marketplace the other day. This is 2009-2010 Upper Deck Series 2 hockey. It was at a pretty good price, I'd say. So including shipping, it was 170. So definitely pretty happy with that. The hobby version of this goes for like the lowest price I saw on hobby was at least double, and you really only get maybe an extra jersey card. You might get an exclusives and a case hit. Didn't really think it was worth the extra just for that. This also works well with my base card selling strategy on eBay, particularly coming up with team lots where you can have Series 1 and Series 2 as a lot, as opposed to just Series 1 or just Series 2. So clearly the top rookie in this crop is Brad Marchand here. There are a few other decent names like Braden Holtby, John Carlson, James Reimer, Logan Couture. So I guess with the older product, the hope is that we just get a familiar name where they've played a fair number of seasons. Let's see how this goes. So with Series 1, it's like veteran game jerseys, but Series 2, it's rookie materials. So we'll see what we can get here. It's going to be very interesting. Did not expect this to show up, but and I think I've seen pictures of a binder specifically for 910 Series 2. It's kind of unexpected. They tend to do things, the binders, in very off years, I guess, where they had one for 2015, 2016. I think they started doing them regularly in they did the big 3-ring binders for 13, 14, and then I seen like the soft covered binders for in 910, but it's just kind of odd how it was very irregular. So let's get going. That's a pretty good bench shot there. Okay, so Jamie Langenbrunner. So this is the Upper Deck Victory update. These are one per pack, and like Series 2 back in the day would have all these. So it's like you're not completely empty-handed. So I guess that's not in terms of like getting a base pack or not. So that's not so bad. The other thing to note is that like the Victory set proper, it tends to be it doesn't really have the actual Victory set doesn't have the most of the top rookies and all that type of stuff. So it's like kind of like not all that popular. I'm saying that even though I have that on my I even have a few loose packs of Victory on my eBay site and all that. So we got a draft day gems, I think. Mark Straight, round 9. Okay, Vander Kane, not bad for Victory rookie there. We got a name, so that's definitely cool. Played for the Atlanta Thrashers. Roloff, James Neal. Yeah. So yeah, there might be a Young Guns that I'm not familiar with. So if I'm gonna try not to like say who or anything, any crap like that. But if I'm not as excited, it just might be I may not know who they are, and I apologize for that in advance. Yeah, if I missed a notable name, let me know. I'll send the mob over. I'll just get me to learn a bit more. Alex Kovalev. This okay, I guess it's not to be confused with Alexei Kovalev, I'm guessing. Or maybe it is. Well, 16 NHL series. Okay, that might be the Alexei Kovalev that I'm aware of. Alright, so... Oh, we got a Young Guns. So we got Colin Wilson, Johan Hedberg, Joffrey, not Jeffrey. Okay, so this is a teal color. So this could be Logan Couture, maybe. Steven Zalewski. All right, so right team, potentially the wrong, possibly a wrong player. I really, for the most part, with Series 1, I've kind of swung and a miss on most of my Young Guns pulls there. We got Victor. We got a Boulin Wall there. Oh, I had no idea he played for Edmonton. Yeah, it's an update card. As you can see, the previous season, he's playing for Chicago. Victor Tikhonov, not to be confused with the CSKA Moscow, USSR Victor Tikhonov. There. Let's see. Got another got a JVR Victory Rookie. All right. So we're at least getting some decent names. We're getting decent names. That's definitely good. And we got some sort of Jonas Gustafsson rookie debut. Okay, so this is really the first time I'm looking at any of these in terms of like inserts. I'm not really. I have no idea what they are. I didn't really take a good look at it. It's an I like the design overall. Like it's a nice little color match there. The monster, if I remember correctly. Yep, the monster. Stop 20. Penalty shot. How unfortunate. Yeah, I definitely like the. I think this is pretty cool. Right. So we're doing okay with the victory rookies so far. Can kind of expect it because like usually the top names are in the update and not in the original. It's kind of like how MVP tends to work, like because things come out. MVP comes out so early nowadays. It's usually just a bunch of carryovers. Braden Holtby. Oh, victory rookie gold. All right. That's good. That is definitely a good one there. Got like the headshot hockey DB type thing, 2021 extended type thing there. Stanley Cup champ. There we go. And yeah, so I think there's a black rookie as well, parallel. I don't know if it wouldn't surprise me if it's not available in retail. I'm not really sure. I didn't really get a good look at the odds. Let's take a look at it quickly. Yeah, it just says, as you can see here, it just says victory update. It doesn't mention the parallels or anything like that. So, yeah, I couldn't tell you if I think there's black ones. I have no idea if they are hobby exclusive. So we got Geno Malkin there for a base checklist. So in Series 1, I believe it's Sidney Crosby has a checklist in base checklist in Series 1. We've got another Young Guns here. Martin Havlat. See, we've got our second Young Guns here. Ryan Keller. Okay. The only, I'm not familiar with him, unfortunately. Now that I think of it, the base card strategy, because of the one victory card per pack, it kind of makes things a little. The base card strategy makes it's a little more complicated because you only get 6 base cards as opposed to 7. But then again, you don't get it's. It's one less base card. It's never a bad thing. Got a Jonas Gustafsson rookie for victory rookie. Oh, we got our first hockey here. We got a hockey heroes here. Mark Messier, number 11 from the Edmonton Oilers. Second all time on all list for games played, assists, and shorthanded goals. Third on a chart for third for points. I mean, I get if Gretzky is number 1, but who would be number 2? Not necessarily Yari Curry, I'd imagine. But yeah, this is I don't know, it's a little the back of this is a little busy. I always compare these to the 1991 Upper Deck. But yeah, this is a very classic design on the front there. Okay, let's just pop out this stack here. Let's pop out the rest of the stack, and then we'll just put the base here. Another Young Guns. Jonathan Quick for LA. Where did he play before? No, it doesn't say. If I remember right, there's Jonathan Quick might not have a Young Guns, which is a little unusual, I guess. But I'm sure there's quite a few that didn't have Young Guns, so maybe. It'd be nice if they did an update of sorts where they would actually have all of them and all that. So this one, Ryan Stoa, not to be confused with the Stoma, which is some, I guess an entry, which is it's kind of like a pod, a spot where nutrients go into a plant, I think. So, no really familiar names for Young Guns so far. Although, the other stuff is pretty good. And again, because this is retail and the price I got it, I'm not. If I'm honest, I'm not really mad or disappointed or anything like that. This is the captains, or no, something completely different. Alex Tanguay. What do we got here? No clue. Captain's Calling. We got Mike Richards. The Philadelphia Flyers. All right. So, somewhat similar to like the face of the franchise in Series 1. Kind of like that. Yeah, they're doing the color matching right. You got the NHL shield there. Yeah. All right. So one more. Okay. Got a Matt Duchene rookie. Oh, I did not expect that. Well, I kind of did. Oh, Yuka Sato. This is figure skating of all things. I didn't. And world champion. Yeah. So apparently, there's a bit of a warning there. Yeah, find the champions cards, and apparently there's autos as well. Yeah. So, I guess it makes sense because even though it's not ice hockey, it's on ice. So it'd be interesting to know like if it's just champions in general or like ice winter sports and whatnot. So. All right, so got one more. I'm checking time. It's going. I'm gonna try to go a little quicker on this. Oh, we got rookie materials, Calgary Flames. Got Lars Eller. Who do we got here? Michael Backlund. All right, so I think he's been a lifer in Calgary. So, but yeah, that's not a bad name at all. We will definitely take that. Got the little square there. Let me take a look at the back. So one per box. So this is not a bad, definitely not a bad name. Here, so and kind of like the design, how it's kind of like here's like the half diamond and it just kind of like stretches out like that. So okay, this is pretty good. We'll definitely take that. Wait a minute, there's no. Oh yeah, the Lars Eller victory. All right. The other thing to note, like in terms of like the people consider lower end products, is OPG's kind of like the same too. They're the updates in a box set, so it's kind of like you might not, if you see 910 OPG, you might not want to. You might want to avoid that. What's this? Playoff Performers. Okay, so I haven't seen this before. Chris Osgood and Pekka Rinne. All right. Haven't seen this before. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, just a base pack. Guillaume Desbiens. I don't know who he is, unfortunately. So. Yeah, sometimes these packs don't. Sometimes they're easy to open, sometimes they're not. And we got. What's this? Some sort of acetate, huh? Oh, it's another Young Gun, 67. Backlog crossball. McGregor. McGregor Sharp. So card 451. I would imagine that because it's card 451 that McGregor Sharp was kind of like a high draft pick of sorts. 450. Brad Marchand's 452, I think. So yeah, that. So 2 more to go. Hopefully we can get I'd be happy with the John Tavares victory update. And Logan Couture. All right, so still getting a lot of good names on the victory side. And another draft day gems. Brian Campbell. So like definitely like later round players and all that. We got a Chris Pronger. No idea. No idea he played for the Flyers. Yeah, Blues and Ducks before that. Oh yeah, and the Oilers. Yeah, I think that was during their cup run. Yeah, I really wasn't following hockey back then. More football, I guess. We got a another victory gold. Okay, got a Mark Recchi, Boston Bruins. Okay, 2 victory golds. That's not bad. Not really all that different. Gold isn't. It's a little dull, but. Yeah. And what do we got? Tyler Myers, currently playing for Vancouver, I believe. We've got another Young Guns, Matthew Carl. So, yeah, I don't think. Yeah, we're down to 1 more Young Guns. So, haven't really hit any familiar names, unfortunately. We got a Victory and a Heroes. Tim Connolly. And another Mark Messier. Yeah. 6 Stanley Cup rings. 5 during Edmonton. Yeah, it'd be definitely a real slap in the face to Vancouver if there was a Vancouver. If there's a Vancouver Hockey Heroes. Out of respect, I would personally not want to put that in there in a set if I were a set builder. Oh, got something dark here. So, Jamie Benn. So I mean, we're getting lots of good names on the victory side. Is this a Young Guns? No, this is one of those playoff performers. Really dark blue. Got an Ovi. All right. Wow, they really going all out in terms of the color match. So, but yeah, it's definitely a lot sharper. The dark blue looks really nice. Definitely a lot better than the the Osgood one, which was kind of, the red didn't really stand out, I don't think. Yeah, it's just, I guess it's a regular, it's just a regular red as a, and all that, so. All right, getting a lot of good victory names here. So let's probably the right color, wrong in terms of like getting the Marchand. Got another Champions and Jussi Jokinen, and we got Champions of Johnny Weir. Yeah, I guess it's figure skater. This is ice stuff. Ice Champions. I guess curling wasn't popular enough where you'd have like curling champions or anything. So last pack, believe there's one still have one Young Guns to go, so hopefully we finish big here. Okay, all right. That's not bad. We got John Tavares on the rookie update. I guess there's cards sticking over the back on the back, so no, that's not going to be Marchand. Tyler Ennis. So maybe might have heard that name, but yeah, that is it. So yeah, if you definitely like the low end, like the lower end, like victory updates and all that, you'll definitely find them. Here in terms of names, especially the Holtby Gold here. It went out. You'll definitely get a lot of good names and all that. Again, I wouldn't, if you're looking for top rookies, you may want to avoid the victory set, the victory MVP. Well, 9-10 MVP I think is okay, but even MVP is very squirrely. For example, 0506 has Crosby, Ovechkin, and then 708. All the top rookies are redemptions and all that. So you really got to check if you want to look at the old stuff. You really have to do your research. Check it out to be sure. But yeah, we got lots of good names in terms of victory. I definitely got this rookie materials, Michael Backlund. But yeah, in terms of the Young Guns, they didn't get really any of the top names, unfortunately. These champion ones are kind of a little unexpected and all that. It's all good. And yeah, I think that pretty much does it. So yeah, that was definitely a fun break. Not too expensive there, and yeah, it's time to sort all these out. All right, see you next time.